The International Labour Organization's most recent estimate is that across the world, 215 million children are trapped in child labor, with 115 million of these children involved in hazardous work. Worldwide, 60% of all child laborers work in agriculture, with the overwhelming majority being unpaid family workers. Poverty is the main cause of child labor in agriculture, along with limited access to quality education and inadequate agricultural technology.
The tobacco farms have been using children under the age of 18 for years. They are exposed to what is known as green tobacco sickness or nicotine poisoning. These children tend to work 12-hour days and up to 50 to 60-hour work weeks. They also work in 90-degree weather most of the time. Most people keep trash bags on them with holes for their arms and head to keep chemicals off their clothing. And lastly, most of these children are illegal immigrants or from a family that consists of legal immigrants. They have to work in these fields because their family can't find work. Public health experts and federal labor officials have sought to bar teenagers under 16 from the tobacco fields. Brazil and India have already required their workers to be over the age of 18. Hilda Salas, the previous labor secretary, tried to make the minimum age to work in the tobacco fields 16 years or older. Unfortunately, the Obama administration has denied to pass this regulation. The current federal law states you only have to be 12 to work on farms for unlimited hours as long as it doesn't conflict with school. Last week, they made us work when it was raining and I got water in my mouth and I felt dizzy and nauseous, said a 13-year-old worker named Saray. Human Rights Watch, in a May 2014 report, found that children working on tobacco farms in the United States are exposed to nicotine, toxic pesticides, extreme heat, and other dangers. They also reported that despite the known risks of nicotine poisoning, there are no special provisions in U.S. laws or regulations to prevent children from the unique hazards of tobacco work. Philip Morris International is one of the leading companies in tobacco. They produce products such as Marlboro. They have a detailed child labor policy that they force each farm they work with to follow. The policy requires all workers to be over the age of 15, but in order to work with hazardous material such as the tobacco plant, they require all workers to be 18 years or older. Lastly, they allow family farms to have members of their family work on the farm at the age of 13 as long as it is considered light work. Philip Morris International uses third-party suppliers to try and change their labor policies. These suppliers would need to follow Philip Morris International policy if they wanted to continue to do business with them. Fernando is a 13-year-old boy who works in the tobacco farms. He stated that they wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. to get to the farm by 6. On his first day, he got the chemicals on his face and didn't realize it until he got home, and he realized his face was burning. Saray is also 13 years old. Like Fernando, she also works in the tobacco farms. She uses trash bags to shield herself from the harmful chemicals and tobacco poisoning while working. She is reported having trouble breathing while working due to the harmful chemicals.
Philip Morris International has trained more than 2,900 field technicians who have reached out to more than 335,000 farmers in 28 different countries. Their goal is to inform them about the requirements of their APL code. If those farmers do not comply with the requirements, PMI will look into the seriousness of the violation, and if serious enough, they will terminate the contract between them and the farmer. And most importantly, PMI is looking out for the best interests of the children involved.